Now let's consider a scenario where you are running the command docker run nginx along with -d option to run it in the background. I want to show you something that we have been looking so far, but I want to do a deeper dive on it so that you can also understand what's actually happening behind the hood. So when you want to run any container in the background mode, what option will you use? Yes, correct. You will use -d, that is detached mode. So docker run -d nginx. This will run nginx into background. So see, till now everything is clear. What we did, it will pull the image of nginx. It didn't find it locally. It will search it into docker hub and turn it out into a container. Now if I do docker ps, you can see nginx container is up and running. But the question lies is over here, the very first line when it got executed, that is unable to find image nginx couldn't latest locally. This gave us a clear indication that nginx image was not present locally. That's the reason it proceeded forward and went to docker hub and pulled the image. But again, if you noticed, I didn't mention latest anywhere in the command. How did it know to pull the latest image of nginx? And is latest is equals to the latest version of nginx? That is something that we are going to look into today, right? And apart from that, you might have seen or you might be seeing the dangling images, something which looks like this. So when I run docker images -f dangling equals to true, you might have seen few images like this and you might see it in future. So what are these? What is the reason behind it? So let's demystify everything into this video and let's get started and understand what are tags in docker images and what is dangling images and how to handle them. So let's get started. So what is a tag? So a tag is something that is specifying the current version that the image is currently occupying. So let us understand a very big example. So let's talk about in software industry. So let's say you are using Python version 3.14. So that gives you the clarity that what version of Python that you are talking about. Now if I say I'm using the latest version of Python, right? So for now it is Python 3.12, but in future it may be Python 4. Python 5. At that time that statement won't be relevant, but if you would talk in terms of version, that will make the things very much relevant for you. Now why we are focusing so much on tag? Because that will give us the clarity which version of image we are utilizing into the environment. But when it comes to production, are we using latest tag everywhere? No, that is not a standard best practice. Basically, the standard practice is to use the image with the version tag. That will give us the clarity what sort of images are used into the production environment, right? Now let's take an example. When I do docker images, you can see we have three sort of images. One is CentOS 7, second is HTTPD latest, and third is nginx latest. Let's talk about nginx latest. So what sort of information is it giving us? It is telling us that we are utilizing the latest version of nginx image that is used to create the container. But when I say it is the latest version of nginx, do I mean the actual latest version? So it can differ because latest is not always equivalent to the latest updated version of nginx, because sometimes what happens, latest version tag is given by default to the image. Now it depends upon the maintainer whether he has updated the tag or not. Now you can say latest is not actually latest, it is the default tag that is set by default by Docker, right? So if you want to see the latest version of any of the images, just go to docker hub and check the actual latest tag, and that is how that will give you the clarity what actually latest version of that image is currently running, right? Secondly, now in production environment, do we use latest tag everywhere? No, definitely not. We use a specific version image that will give us the clarity what sort of images are running into the prod environment to avoid the last moment chaos. Because if you are using the latest images, meaning if there are new changes pushed into the image, meaning those bugs which are present on the latest thing is present into the prod, and that thing we can eliminate by using the specific version of the images, right? Second is, how do I mark the version of the image? So for that, we have to learn something called tag. So a tag is something that will give you the clarity what sort of version of image we are using. Now think of it like you are going to an Apple store and you want to buy an iPhone. So if you go to the shop counter and say, hey, I want an iPhone. So the salesperson will say you, okay, sir, which sort of iPhone you're looking for? Is it iPhone 13, iPhone 14 or iPhone 15, right? So here we are talking about 13, 14 and 15 of the iPhone version. Likewise, the same thing applies over the Docker images, and that will give us the clarity what version of images are we utilizing, right? So let us learn how to tag any image. So we are going to make the tag for Nginx. Now let's say if I want to mark the tag for Nginx latest. So the syntax is very much simpler. Docker tag. What is the current image? So this is my source, Nginx latest, and I want to convert it to Nginx colon v2. Enter. When I do Docker images once again, you can see Nginx v2 is present over here, and this makes sense because this is giving me the complete clarity what sort of version of image I am utilizing, right? So that is one of the topic that I wanted to cover, because versioning will give you the control, and if something goes wrong, you know which issue is present in which sort of version. Instead of using latest, it is recommended to make use of the versioned images, right? So that was the first part. Secondly, we were talking about dangling images. And I told you something in the beginning that you might get something like untagged. It can also look like none. So what actually is dangling images? Now see, whenever you are building any images, now I know we are yet to build any of the images that we are going to see in the coming videos for sure. But for now, just wanted to tell you, if you see any sort of images that contains no tags, that is you will see untagged over here, or if you see something like none, so those images are called as dangling images. It has nothing to do with the current image because those are created through layers, and those are currently not in use for any image or not in use for any container. So why it is said dangling image? Because those are occupying the resources. So what is the best practice to deal with the dangling images? It's to remove them, because it is consuming the resources, it is consuming the space. Now how to remove that dangling images? So it is very much simpler. So in order to list the dangling images, you just have to write docker images -m dangling equals to true, and that will list all the images that are not in use for any image and that are not in use for any container. How to delete or remove any dangling image? So for that, we have a command called docker prune. So I will write the command over here, docker image prune, and this will again come with a warning. And what's the warning? It is saying that this will remove all the dangling images. Are you sure? Do you want to continue? So basically, this will remove all the images that are not utilized by the image or that are not utilized by the container. So if you see, whenever we are pulling any images, it is consisting of multiple layers, right? So these are the images that are created through one of those layers which are not even utilized. So if you want to sum it up into simpler words, it's just like the draft that was never even sent, right? So those images are of no use, and those are consuming my disk usage, right? Those are consuming the resources, so it's better to remove them. So I'll just press yes, and this will delete that dangling image. And when I do docker image -f dangling equals to true, this should list me nothing because there is nothing present. Let me just rerun the command once again. Okay, and here you can see all the dangling images are removed. I hope in this video you learned about what is the significance of docker tag and what value does it add into software development, and what is the standard practice of handling the images into the prod environment. So that's the basic reason why people prefer versioned images over latest. This is the actual reason, right? So yeah, that was all, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much and keep learning.